We're here in Adams County, Pennsylvania, and we're about to do the most bizarre court audit you've ever seen. If you're just catching up with my story, I got stabbed by a local crony repeat offender and had the entire establishment cover it up, to include the courts letting him plead out to the equivalent of a push and then giving him an illegal sentence, wiping it from his records. Now, that level of conspiracy, official conspiracy, doesn't go without practice. So we've been following a court case in our courts that highlights more criminal judicial misconduct. Particularly, a fellow out-of-towner married into a powerhouse attorney family that's been practicing law here for 40 years. And he's been caught up in a divorce that's been dragged out for years, and it was just finalized in the county. Now, there's so many errors of process that the appeal is headed straight to the Supreme Court. If that wasn't enough, the county judge is still hearing cases, and that's what we're here for today. And this is after the divorce was sent to the appeal. Now, I randomly popped into one of these hearings, and believe me, there's a reason why this is suppressed, and we're investigating it. So, if you see here, after the last court session that I attended, they instituted COVID policy so that you can maintain 6 feet distancing. And what it is you got to let the head of the court's admin know that you're coming in so that they don't overpack the court. So, here's my email: attending court in person, 11/12. That's me, December 9. And here's court admin Don Fenimore, December 9th, getting right back to me. And he says, I'll consult the president judge to see if I can get you in the courtroom or through teleconnection per the most recent COVID order. So here's my response back, and I'm actually citing, thank you, a video connection is not acceptable per the most recent order because I'll only get sequestered at teleconference if, hi Julie, and that's only if the conditions cannot be met, i.e. they can't fit people in there due to COVID. So I told him I feel his press in public is discriminatory against me to seclude me from a public hearing without cause, especially because I'm investigating criminal judicial misconduct. Boom, right there. Okay, and now that's all I heard from that until that same day, December 9th. Order of the court, limited judicial proceedings for all court shall be limited to the parties and counsel involved. Now that's coming from our head president judge, Michael George, who, this guy's a deviant turd. If you see here, he is famous for his gay panic murder defense in the county, where he victim shamed the gal that actually lived through the attack and watched her significant other die. Was victim shamed on the stand by this guy. It's actually a really interesting case if you want to get into it. However, that was that order December 9th, and that allowed the presiding judge, Thomas Kuhn, to order the court, this hearing that I was trying to attend is hereby canceled. Now that's strange because you look up here and you see when this was filed, and that was 10 days later. And he even goes on to cite, parties are reminded to comply with the COVID order, especially in respect to non-party witnesses, i.e. me, this guy. All right. So you figure, what's so weird? That's kind of strange. Why are they trying to keep me out of this trial? Well, I was telling you, this is shit that we have to investigate and keep an eye out for, because if you look at what's going on in this trial, here's a docket report by time and date, and you see 2017, January, March, Christina Simpson, judge. Boom, John D. Kuhn. What's this dude doing here? And it's not dated. Weird. That's so strange. But then we come back, Christina Simpson still presiding, and you come down here and you see order of the court. Upon recusal of Judge Simpson, this matter is assigned to Judge John D. Kuhn. And you look at here, where he made a court docket before he's even appointed. What the shit is going on with that? And again, this is Judge Kuhn, the presiding judge, and President Judge Michael George, the deviant guy I was telling you about. Well, that allows them to come down here and kind of change the dates here. Look, see, this was filed on the 27th, but, well, it's dated 27th, but it was actually filed on the 20th back up here, but her name appears here in between these two misreportings of dates. So if you're wondering why we're paying such attention to this trial, it's because it illustrates line by line, verbatim by verbatim, exactly how deviant these courts are and why would they need to be investigated and held accountable. Because this well-oiled machine does not work without all pieces working together. And I'm telling you, they had the Victims Assistance Office deny me restitution. They broke so many laws. It literally took the entire county apparatus to stop or to make that happen. And so we're here. We're going to go ahead and challenge our First Amendment rights to cover this trial because they are illegally denying us access to cover this as press. Let's see. Yo, what's up, San Joaquin? What's up, big brother? We're going to go in here and probably get arrested. I give it a 50-50. We'll see how they want to respect First Amendment rights. They didn't take too kindly in here last time. Enter to the right, way right. Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up, buddy? I was hoping you'd be here. Do you remember last time I was in here and you said I'd be in contempt of court? What's that? I'm not allowed to film in here? Why is that? Where's the idiot that says that? What says that?
What says that?
Yeah, why can't I film in here?
Well, while it is a public building, you need permission from court administration in order to do any kind of recording with video or photograph.
Oh, all right. Well, this is...
So, also, if you're here for the hearing that you came for last time, do you know about the court order saying that you had to ask for 24 hours?
Oh, I'm very aware. I'm very aware. After I contacted on December 9th, after I contacted the courts, let them know I wanted to come in, Judge George, President Judge George invented a new court order to try and prevent First Amendment rights from being uptaken.
Well, all it did was say that you have to go over to a different building, and then you would be able to watch it from over there because they don't want to go through the courtroom.
Right. And that would work if you guys actually reported correctly electronically what goes on in those courts, but you don't.
It's a live WebEx, so I don't know what it reports and records and whatever. Again, if you had the 24 hours notice and asked for permission, you'd be able to sit over there and watch it.
Okay, so you're sure you're going to uphold this directive, even though it's infringing my First Amendment rights?
It's not infringing your First Amendment rights. It's just redirecting where you can go to watch the court hearing.
So you're Chief of Building Security, Mark Masomer, right? Are you going to wear your badge correctly so we can see? How come you have it flipped around? All right, I just want to right there here. Mark, do you financially have a vested financial interest with somebody that I'm currently suing in this department? Yeah, you don't co-own a house. Sup, dog?
What's up, dog?
Must support.
America.
So you don't co-own a house with Miranda Blazek, the assistant district attorney that I am currently suing for racketeering? Are you sure you're the one that should be making this call, considering I feel it's infringing my First Amendment rights?
Well, it's not that I'm making this call. I'm informing you of the court's decisions, the court orders that are in place.
Right. So if this ends up being not legal, and I'm contesting this with you right now, do you think there might be a conflict of interest with you enforcing these rules, considering you have a vested financial interest with someone I'm suing in this building?
No, I don't believe that's a conflict of interest. And again, if it's something that you proceed with legally, and it turns out that there are legal complications, well, then I would abide by whatever legal decision is.
Even if it's an illegal rule you're enforcing?
If it turns out to be an illegal rule that I'm enforcing, then I would have to change my stance. But currently my stance goes with what's already in place and is posted on the doors, and that you apparently have seen on the website forever.
So there's no inter-office dating policy against it, but There is a policy against pulling prisoners from a secure holding pen that's right next to the courtroom where this district attorney was prosecuting me twice for the same crimes. Now, I was pulled out of that secure room against policy into the hallway at the same time that Crazy Pants' dad, who we have a co-restraining order against for the incident, got a phone call while he was in the courtroom and came out and was standing right next to me, unsecured in an unsecured area, when we both have a secure restraining order against us. Is that against policy to pull a prisoner out of the bullpen and put them in the unsecure hallway?
Well, without me actually being there and knowing exactly what's going on, I couldn't make a decision.
So you do have a vested financial interest with somebody that I'm suing for somebody that was prosecuting me twice on the same charges, and I got pulled out of a secure waiting facility to meet with her dad, stand next to her dad who had a restraining order against me.
Now you got me confused. Who's dad are we talking about? 'Cause I don't.
Crazy Pants, man. I don't want to have this thing. The person that you co-own a house with that prosecuted me twice on the same charges, that case I'm talking. You guys don't talk about that case?
I try not to.
Okay.
All right. But again, yes, if you dug up and there is a.
Look at all these guys.
Interest, as you mentioned.
Uh-huh.
But the issues that you also said with pulling you out of a courtroom and into a hallway and stuff, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to have a second.
But you're head of building security. How could you not know about that? Especially if the guy you co-own a house with was prosecuting me twice for the same crimes.
What date did this happen? Because there have been times when I wasn't always the director of security.
But that is a breach in policy, if that were to have happened, right? Taking a secure prisoner out of the secure bullpen, the whole purpose is of keeping them secluded from the public.
Again, I wasn't there that day.
So you don't know if that's a break of policy.
It could be. I don't know the specifics.
How could it not be a break of policy?
I don't know when PFAs went in effect. I don't know when.
No. Why did he take me out of the secure holding facility to put me next to a guy?
Without being there, I wouldn't be able to give you those answers. Okay, these are things that aren't reported. I wasn't part of.
I'm telling you it happened. Is that against policy? How is that not against policy? The whole point of having a secure bullpen is to keep secure prisoners away from the public. And I was pulled out of it into the hallway. Can you pull film from then? If I shoot you an email and tell you when that court date was, can you pull that up?
There's no recording in the hallways in some areas, and there's no recording in the courtroom itself.
Okay, right. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
But there is recording here. There is recording down here, right? Because last time, this tough guy right here, he told me I couldn't record, I'd be in contempt of court. And then you waited until I walked past and to my back. What'd you say? What did you say? I remember what you said. Do you remember what you said now that you know you're on video? You said there's one every day. What do you mean by that? Is that per policy up here? You're supposed to treat people like that? To my back, walking through? What did I say to your response? What did I say after that? I remember. Do you remember? I remember I think I called you out for sitting here right at that desk as a child molester walked in and out of this entire courtroom, and you watched it. You watched him eat lunch in the president judge's chambers. That's the kind of man you are. No, got nothing. Now that you know you're being recorded, you got nothing smart to say. All right, so we are aware. So I'm good to go in there, right?
You're not good to go in there.
I'm not good to go in there.
As we discussed about your First Amendment rights and everything else, you needed permission 24 hours prior to today, and then you would be allowed to go to the HSD over on 525 Boys School Road and watch from the WebEx that they have set up there.
Right.
So it's not an infringement, it's a relocation.
But that's only if it truly happens. And we know that I mean, you guys up here at Adams County turn a blind eye to the craziest stuff, and that the reporting just doesn't happen. I mean, I got a lot of evidence on that. And it's infringing my First Amendment right.
Again, it's not because you're just being redirected to another building to watch the court proceeding. You're not live, but it's a live transmission. And I personally have never watched one of the WebExes. So if you're saying that there's things that are being edited.
Well, I know the stenographer's reporter edited like crazy, man. And that's like part of what I actually filed in my case right now. So, yeah, no, that's infringing my First Amendment rights. I'm attending this public court hearing to investigate criminal judicial Adams County misconduct.
I know why you're here. I'm just telling you that you're not able to come in to see this live and in person because of the court order that has you redirected to the HSB.
Right.
To watch from a WebEx.
Right. And that's weird because that policy happened the same day that I asked. See here, December 9th, the same day that I'm like, oh, I'm investigating criminal Adams County judicial misconduct. And boom, then we get some weird stay of the court case. And I don't know, where is that one?
I can't speak as to the timing of everything.
Right.
But I do know that you were here for one hearing.
Right.
And I do know that you asked for permission to come to the next hearing, and it was granted. But then a continuation happened.
That day, a new order came out by Gay Panic Defense President Judge Michael George. Right there.
Again, I can't speak as to timing of everything.
Right.
You know, I'm not in everybody's head. I'm not in the decision-making process for a lot of these things.
But that doesn't seem strange to you?
It just seems coincidental.
It's
Which
coincidental.
a lot of people would seem strange. If that's how you read it, then that's how you read it.
Something may be
And
worth
then
investigating.
You have your YouTube channel. You have your own investigation that you're going with. Obviously, I'm not trying to stop any of that. I'm just trying to tell you.
You're just stopping me from access to reporting from this legal action.
What's stopping you is that there's a court order saying that you should have applied 24 hours prior in order to be allowed to go to a different location.
Right. A court order can't supersede the First Amendment, though.
Well, again, it's not superseding the First Amendment. It's telling you where you can go to watch this proceeding.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Under strange times.
So, okay, let me ask you about this. So you're saying I can't record down right here, right now, right here?
You're not supposed to.
I'm not supposed to be.
Currently, but you're not supposed to.
Right. Right. Well, do you want to know the law? I got a copy of the law right here that says I can. Now that you know about it, qualified immunity really doesn't work. I kind of highlighted everything right there where it says I can do it. It says I can't do it outside a courtroom. What floors are the courtrooms on?
What you highlighted, yes. What you didn't highlight is without the approval of the court or presiding judicial.
Only if I want to go elsewhere. I'm allowed to video cast down here.
You need permission. This is a judicial facility.
You got a problem, dog? You sitting here huffing and snuffing?
So at this time,
Thought so.
I'm going to ask you to leave because you're not following the court procedures that are in place, including the requirement for approval to come in and record.
Right. Well, this directive is for outside outside courtrooms. What floors are the courtrooms on?
Sir, he's asked you to leave.
It's a judicial facility.
Oh, now you want to talk. Now you want to talk. What's your name? What's your name, dog? What is your name? I'm asking you what your name. Please identify yourself. I don't think so.
Why don't you go out and step
I
out the door?
don't think that's gonna happen.
Time to leave.
That's not gonna happen, guys.
It's time to leave.
No, you're gonna have to cite me.
No, I don't have to.
Arrest me and cite me.
It's time to leave.
Look at this guy. Look at this tough
It's
guy.
time to leave.
You gonna be able to put your hands on me now? Dude, y'all are gonna have to cite me. Here's all these Don't, man. Your face. Hold on. Let me get that name. Let me get that name. Let me get that name, Chomo. Hey, guys. Here we go. Whoa. Here we go. Whoa. Hey, I don't consent. 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 I don't consent.
You're under arrest.
I don't consent. I don't consent. Look at all these chomos. Hey, you guys can hide child rape kit pictures, but you can arrest me? A bunch of chomos. Let's see it. Woo! Look at all these chomos here. Woo! Hey, you guys remember that time you turned a blind eye to missing child rape kit pictures so they could throw the HUD fraud case? Hey, you guys remember that? Woo! What? I'm not resisting. I'm not doing anything. No, I didn't. You guys grabbed each and every arm on me and legs. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I think once I get in here, I have to stop recording. We're still recording right now. Can you guys let me turn my device off?
Yeah, we'll turn it off.
Here's these sheriffs that won't prosecute these guys getting my stabbing. They won't report it. The conspiracy that had to happen. This is where I have to turn my phone